Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. Today is the 2 years, yes, 2 years review of my Mahindra 20S HST tractor. So 2 years ago, I bought it in beginning, I think it was mid-August. I received it 2-3 weeks after. And then I received the Backhoe, I think it was about that time, just by the end of September. I'm not gonna talk too much about all the specs, the tractor specs, because there's so much information you can obtain on the net, on the Mahindra website about the hydraulic, the phenomenal hydraulic pump capacity that the sub tractor has. But I'm gonna go with my experience with this tractor, and there's some good things, some bad things. I'm gonna go through it, and if most of you guys, you all know me, so I made a lot of videos of the things that I made to improve, and there's still some more coming up. So I'm gonna start like I do my morning inspection when I'm gonna use my tractor. So I start from the front, and then I do a walk around like I used to inspect aircraft before, and then I finish with the engine inside. So I'm gonna start simply by doing that. However, if you have any type of question, please feel free to fill the comments under the video. Ask me. I like to. I'm not there to sell tractor. I just give you my honest opinion about this tractor. All right. So let's start that. I'm gonna start by the front, and I'm gonna tell you step by step what I did from modification, improvement, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna look at the camera, see how it looks for the front shovel. For the front shovel itself, it's very well built. It's a very strong one. You see when I move a lot of rocks, the front shovel here is very strong, sturdy. I do not need to put a piece of iron here. I forget the name of it, but to the quality of the steel here is very tough. It starts to wear, but barely, and it's very easy to redress it. If I ever get like 1/4 inch, I'm just gonna detach the front bucket and just pass with the arc welding rod, and that should be it. But the front bucket itself, all around, it's really built well. It never cave in. It's straight like a arrow, and here it's very tough. The front, it's 3 inch and 1/2 inch thick steel flat bar. It's very strong. The attachment is for the quick attach. It's a quick attach. You can see here the lever and the other one. It's very well made. So the only thing I've done on that bucket is to install these hooks right in the front of it. I installed it very good. Like I put a plate, then another angle iron, then 2 angle iron to vary, and it never failed. It's straight. So for the front bucket, I'm very happy about it. I cannot ask for better. The size is good, the height is good, the depth is really good. I can really pick up stuff with it. So yeah, for the front bucket, it's really good. I already made a video how I built that, so I'm gonna skip that part, but I'm very proud about these 3 hooks. This is for the big cable, chain, small chain, stuff like that. And when I put my wood basket in the front of it, it's really good. All right, so let's start another step. Now, for the wheel itself, I'm really happy about the wheel, the quality of the wheels. However, what I would like to have is to have a guard built around the valves. And it never happened, then the valve gets stuck in the rock or in the root. But there's some tractor maker, they made a guard around the valve, the tower valve. It would be nice, but it does not have it. But so far, I've been lucky. Now, for the front loader itself, the front loader is very well built. It's steady, strong. Trust me, you remember when I hit my car or the garage with the front shovel, it does flex, but it never went bad What I mean by that, I'm gonna show you something really much in detail. You can see here the two attachments, but that tube here and the other one down there make the forward quick steer quick attach very sturdy, and also I'm just gonna put the camera like this. It make it very sturdy and very strong, so it doesn't flex like this. When I go pick up implement like the Joe front snowplow or the forks, it's always straight, and it did. I trust me. Sometimes it was, but the Ford FEL is really well built. I have nothing to say about it. They put, I don't know, I'm just gonna look at the camera. They put a guard around the grease nipple so it protects the zerks, and they all like this all the way. So it is very well built for the forward felt, and it's very well attached also. Remember when I installed the fire extinguisher on it, I dismantled it. It's very strong, very thick, and I have nothing. It's all good news about the forward felt itself. The tower for the hydraulic, the steering wheel, it's a strong one too. The I don't know, I'm gonna try to show it to you if I can. Can I? No, I cannot. So you can see it's, yes, it is in front of the differential, and you have to look so nothing will bend it. But cylinder itself on both sides of the wheel are very well made. They are a little bit flexible. Something I would like to have, so there's two cylinders on each side of it. Something I would like to have made, and we'll look at it later on. It's a type of a guard, like a really thick steel iron or something, like a plate to protect the front cylinder. That's a mod that I will eventually make for sure. Probably using the forward hook to the hook there are made to hook the lawnmower deck, which I will never have. So I'll probably build from that, and it is this one is fixed, but I would like to build something which it goes with the differential, so it'll always keep protecting. So that's a mod I'm gonna try to make. The exhaust is very well made also. Yes, I still have some dust on the FEL, but since I keep it oily, it's really easy to clean off and stuff like that. So I'm really happy about the exhaust. So I'm gonna go back now, if I can call that a cockpit. For the cockpit area, the size of it, I'm 6 foot 1 inches, and I have long legs. It's I'm very comfortable on these on the seat itself. It's a comfort seat, but it's very comfortable. The distance, it's really good also, and if you're smaller than me, it's even better. I have Marie-Ange often driving it, and she was very comfortable. They have a good armrest and stuff like that for a long ride. But for the distance from the seat to the pedals, the unlocking mechanism, the adjusting valve, the locking rear wheel and everything, it's a very ergonomical made. For the gauge here, the only thing I would like it's missing is the engine temperature. There's a light telling you if the engine is getting too warm. The light, I didn't remember at what temperature, but it's way below. You remember back then the whole car, when the light used to light up, that means the engine was kaput. But this one, it is lighting up way before the engine even have a problem. It's not even in the there's a green and yellow and red, but when it starts to get yellow, it's lighted up. It never happened to me. I use it often, and well, for me 40 degrees Celsius it's quite harm, but here they had no problem at all. It never light up. So that's the only thing missing on the for the gauge. I've got the hours. Oh, by the way, for the hours, I've got 312 hours since 2 years now. The gauge, the control for the left, the right, and the light are the four-way flasher are really good. The thing missing is I don't have any horn. I don't have any type of horn, so that's something I'm gonna install. So that's something it missed on the tractors, to have a horn. Other model have it. It's right here. They just push it and it's even have the switch inside. I just had to add the switch, replace that rubber cap, and then I will install a rubber. All the wiring is there also. So, all right. For the control, everything is good. Like, it's really easy. I keep it clean, and it's really easy movable and stuff like that. The forward, the low, neutral range, and for the back, for the 3-point attachment, everything is good. I've got nothing to say. The good thing about the since the engine is reverse, is the air is taking from here. So during the dusty time, all the dust is stucking in there. I always keep it oily, so it's a pre-filled, so it's keeping the engine compartment clean. And during the winter time also, for the snow sticking there, so it's better for the engine to keep it dry. The only thing, oh yes, of course, the floor. That's something. Then it's not something major, but for me, it's the floor is made of steel, but the floor mat they put, it's too light, and the water get easily stuck between the mat and the steel floor, and corrosion does occur. So what I've done, I remember when I made the video, is I removed the plate, I removed all the rust, I paint 3 coats of paint on each side, then I made myself a good mat with possibility of hair drying. So, and I'm really happy about my mat, and it's keeping the area clean. So that's something. Yes, they should have put a better mat, a thicker mat, or something to improve, perhaps maybe improve the paint quality. Talking about paint quality, it's not the best. I'm starting to lose a little bit paint at some place, like flaking. What I think it's caused by vibration. The paint, since it's the low grade, it does flake off. So that's something it should be addressed. If there's owners of the same type of tractor, let me know if you have the same. I have some spot on the hood and some other spot, but mainly I think it's caused by vibration, because I have no dent on something like that, which caused the paint to chip, obviously. But I think the paint vibrated off and it broke. All right, so let's go in the back. All right, for the back part of it, what I've done is, since they don't have any rear light, is I put those two rear light to show in the back when I have my snowblower, or when I'm late in the evening working with my backhoe. These lights are wonderful, so I bought it, I added, that was a mod. The lights here, that's the position light and the flasher light, and this is the marker light. They are very good, very easy to change. Matter of fact, that light here, it didn't work 2 weeks ago. I just removed the screw, and the vibration sometimes it make the light not to fall, but I just pushed it back, and then he went on. So it's really easy maintenance, very well built. The part here, when I'm touching, is made of fiberglass. The fiberglass, it's good quality, it's flexible, but it's got its limits. What I mean by that is, it's fiberglass. If I was a tractor maker, I probably made a little bit thicker, but so far it's doing the trick. I have no problem with it. It's really easy cleanable. I put wax on it once in a while, like you see on how I do clean my tractor. But it's very well made. Now the ropes. It's the rollover protective system is very thick, very well made. However, the pin, I'm gonna show you the pin. The pin is very strong, very thick, but the little pin here to put in there, I think it's a little bit cheap, on the cheap side. I probably put a bigger safety pin. This one, a while ago, it fell down. I didn't have attached it, but it fell down, and Joe made me a pin It was a screwable pin. It was really good, so I kept it as a spare. But this, the pin's doing a great job. But in the winter time at -30, putting this could be tricky sometimes. I'm gonna talk briefly on the backhoe because I have a lot of talks about it. I did a lot of modification. I put a back plate here. Why? Is because when I had my shoes here, and one time I went down the back. I don't know if you guys can see, but the back here, that lip here, was stuck, and I almost hanged myself. So because it was not that type of boot, it was a construction boot, so it was the back lip was longer, so that's why I get slipped. So by putting that protecting plate, it was also it saved me for doing that again. And also, if somebody coming in the back, you're gonna see those my famous signature. The only the thing that we put, and thanks Joe for that. I'm just gonna make sure it's on the picture itself. Just gonna back it up. It's the plate here. It's angle iron to protect the outriggers, the cylinders from the outriggers. So that was a good idea. I mean, it worked. Yes, sometimes I do have to repaint it because rocks does fall, but it's saving it. It's really easy to install. I mean, it's really good. I put these bungee cable. The valve still holding pretty good even after 2-3 weeks if the tractor is not working, but it's as a safety device. Now for the backhoe itself, it's a good idea to put a mechanical thumb on it. I use it many times. Pick up rocks, woods, name it, roots. When I made my little parking space for my trailer. One thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end up doing for a future mod is I'm gonna weld the plate here with teeth. So when I do dig a road, I'm just gonna go doing like that, and here it's gonna act like a knife and will cut the roof. And so I'm just gonna put a little plate here with like sharp, like with a grinder. I couldn't grind this, but I don't want to attack the integrity of the strength of the bucket, so I'm gonna just weld a little something, and then before that I'm gonna make these sharp teeth. So when I do pick up roots, I just have to do that. Now for the backhoe itself, what is lacking? It's a big. Joe gave me a absorbing rubber, and it does go like here on each side, so it doesn't go all the way to come steel to steel, because here I started to have marks. That's something they should install. There are other company they does install that, but that's something they should have thought about this, because when it does extend, this side here is gonna go hit right there, and that's the only thing keeping the backhoe to stop in case it goes. On the other side, it's less because the cylinder act like a shock absorber, which is not good. The best thing about the backhoe on that tractor is you're able to keep the 3-point attachment attached. So you don't have, it's easier to, when you remove the backhoe, it doesn't take too much. I have a video on that. But the 3-point attachment is still there. You can see the bar is there. I can lower it, higher it if I like, but it's a good thing. So it's less on maintenance, so which is really good. All right, so now for the quality of the hydraulic hoses, hydraulic cylinders, I have nothing to say. They are really good qualities. You can look on the spec, but the cylinder are really good. It's a really well made. And so let's go on the other side. Now on this side, I'm just gonna talk about this control. The control to go from low, neutral, and reverse. Oops, perhaps maybe I have to move it, but sometimes I have to move a little bit to engage it. But it's really nice to operate. The forward and for the when I'm 4x4 or just the rear wheel is really easy. The control for the felt, it's very good quality. I mean, it's very precise. When I just move it a little bit, it does move slower, stuff like that. They all have a locking mechanism, so you cannot move the the control itself. It's really good, and it's get the float when you push, and it's the forward, the felt. It's just following the ground. It's really good, very well made. Here on that side, it's same thing, good quality for the felt. Now I'm gonna go on the engine side. Now one thing I would like to add is this is the front drive shaft goes articulate the front differential. It's good made. It's very flexible. Thing I forget to mention is all under the tractor. The maintenance is really easy to change the oil, to change the hydraulic filter, the hydraulic strainer. Really easy, accessible. It's very well made. There's the fan is not protected. However, that's a mod I'm gonna make to make a plate, and that plate will probably made in conjunction when Joe and I we're gonna build for the backhoe. Yeah, that's something I forgot to mention. The backhoe, the big lack about the backhoe is since I'm using the backhoe extensively, I mean really extensively with underline and is I have to retorque the 32 bolts and nuts that keep the back of the backhoe steady. I have 14 bolts and nuts in the top part here under the seat. When I retorqued them, and they were all loose by the way, then the backhoe, it was steady. The tractor went steady. So yes, it needs a subframe if you use it extensively, but if you a normal guy with just a normal land, I mean you just using it for I don't know, for plant flowers, stuff like that, or even a tough job like I did, you ain't gonna have any problem. But me, I'm using it more than what it's made for, like putting wood with it, lifting heavy rocks. The hours I made of it, I think I'm about close from 100 hours of usage, and for the backhoe itself. So putting a subframe would be a really good idea for me. But for all you other person who have the tractor, just keep the bolt tight and you'll be in business. Because the frame itself is very thick, very well made, and but it was a lacking part of myself, so that's why do read the manual for the backhoe. It does show where to torque it. I did read it, but I guess I forget the top part of it. Now let's do the engine. Now for the engine itself, it's a Yanmar engine. In my book, in my personal opinion, these are the best diesel engine for any type of tractor. Yanmar is well known. I have nothing else to say. They made generators, they made various stuff. They're very good. So it's it all. I mean, I use the go ply about for between 5 to 10 seconds, and then it starts like a charm. I've got, like I told you, 312 hours on it. It doesn't take any oil. It's really clean. I take care of it basically. Now for the dry shaft, we start from the engine all the way to the back differential. It's really made also. It's a 1-inch dry shaft. It's with there's 2 union joint, and it's really good, well made also. For the back part, for the differential, the transmission, which is all together, in my book, it's the best one because it's all made of cast iron. There's various tractor makers which make an aluminum cast. Yes, they're light. Yes, they have their advantages, but for strength, nothing beat that. That's the only thing I'm gonna say about that. I mean, cast iron, it's heavy. I don't have my tire fill up with liquid. It's heavy itself. One time my backhoe, my front loader was filled with wet soil, and I didn't have anything in the back, and I was able to lift it. Yes, I have to take care of it, stuff like that, but still I can see the difference from, I can see the difference from a cast aluminum or other light material. But the back of it, it's really well made. I've got nothing to say. Now for the engine itself, what I like about the engine is the place where they put the primary and secondary filter. I'm going to show you that in closer view. The secondary filter is right here, really easy, accessible. The valve is there to purge and everything. The second one, it's even well protected. It's where I pointed my finger, so it's really easy to have access. I just have to unscrew these. It only take 2 minutes. I remove that, and the filter is right behind here. So for that, for the on the maintenance side, they ran really good. I have nothing to say. Now on the engine itself, the alternator is really well made. I have plenty of electricity. The radiator, it's well made also. However, the only thing I've got to say about the radiator, I'm gonna go on the other side. This is the top of the radiator. You see that hose? That hose there, that hose used to drain all the way down. And if it was excess on the radiator, it was dumping on the ground. What I've done is, I'm just gonna put it off. Oh no, I already attached it. What I've done here is I put a catch tank. So whatever is left, it's coming down there, and whatever it needs, then it's taking back. There's some eMax tractor, the same model as me. They put a container here. I guess it's on the warm area. I can see the container there. It's perhaps something that they should improve. Put a container, it would be better, so you're not contaminating the environment, because it does flush. When I do work on it, I can see the press stone coming up, and then when it cools down, flushing out. So the integrity of the hood, it's really good. It's made of steel. However, like I told you, I have starting to have some paint chipping. But other than that, the quality of the rubber, all the seal also, of course I do treat them yearly with silicone, but it's a really good quality. The sticker, it doesn't peel off on the tractor. The one that the dealer put, they start to peel off. Of course, it probably have less quality than the original. But other than that, I forget to mention, yes, no tractor came with fire extinguisher, or there's some tractor with a cabin, they came with 2 mirrors, so that's why I put my mirror in. And of course, you guys, all tractor owner, they know that when we work at night with the front bucket, pushing stuff like that, these lights are useless. I mean, when the front fell, the bucket is down, you can see, but as soon as you lift it up, it's pitch dark in front, almost pitch dark. So that's why I end up putting a big light here, and that is like a search beam, so it's really good. Putting a light like this at the same height that your head, I mean, you're in business. A little bit lower than your head, because you need to go over so you don't have obstruction view. So one thing I forget to mention is about that small toolbox. That toolbox, it's very well placed. It doesn't bother me. It's a right size. Probably I put a little bigger, but it's useful. I've got all my shear pin for my snowblower, and that box there, the toolbox, it's not in the way. It's even protecting the light here sometime, but I'm really happy about the toolbox. One thing I forget to mention is the gauge itself. It's all plastic. The plastic is a good quality, but for protecting it, what I do is I take a nice rag, a very soft rag, to put it on, and then I put a rigger rag, and I just put it on the top like this. All right, so let's continue for the rest of the video. All right, now with my tractor, it's for me, with the land I have, with the various type of land missions that I accomplish, and more, way more. Remember how many times I went to help Joe with it, with my the backhoe, because I had tight spot. The first year when I redo my septic system, all the trenches I put to irrigate, I need a really small sub tractor, compact and strong one too. And for me, in my book, these are the best tractor subcompact because they're small, they're sturdy. I mean, I love it. All tractor makers make great tractors. Some have weaker point, some have stronger point. I'm not trying to sell, but for me, I really love it. There's other tractor, they're really good too in their field. But for me, for the subcompact, it's I mean, on maintenance side, it's all positive. The big minus point to say like a repack, it's a recap of what about the video. It's the lack of a subframe for the backhoe, the paint quality and the floor mat itself. That's the I could say the 3 points, and they should improve about that. But the rest, I mean, it's perfect. Maintenance, grease, quick attach, the comfort, the cockpit ergonomical area is really well made. Of course, I would like to have a temperature gauge on the engine, but other than that, it's happy. Well, enough said. I don't want to bore you too much about the tractor, but if you want to buy a tractor like this, feel free. I mean, I have seriously, I've got 3 person who before they bought the tractor, they asked me question. I give my honest opinion. They bought them, and so far they are happy. So please take care of yourself. I cannot strength anymore. Please wear your mask, boys, girls, because that second wave it's coming up. Here it's already started. So take care of yourself. All right. Cheers.